Watch how I made this delicious egusi soup with bitter leaf. Guys, this soup is just everything. Here are the ingredients, the list of ingredients I use. Of course, a cup of egusi, that is what I use. So guys, this fish was bought yesterday. I steamed it that yesterday, so I made this video today. Anytime you watch it, just know that that fish was for yesterday. I'll be using a cup of periwinkle. Of course, I'm a Rivers girl, so literally all our soup we put periwinkle. I'll be using some more. Here is my fish stock, guys. I told you I did that stock yesterday. Red oil, this one is bitter leaf, well washed bitter leaf. Some onions. I'll be using crayfish. Of course, we need crayfish, right? I'm not using too much of protein. Fresh pepper, yellow and red. Here is some salt to taste and some seasoning cube. So the first thing I do, I like mixing my egusi with water. I had to put some ingredients like fresh pepper. I'll put the yellow and the red, as you can see. Fresh pepper. Next thing, I'll go ahead, I'll put my onions. In fact, all the onions I'm going to use for this soup, I'll mix it inside the egusi before cooking. I mix first. You know, some people fry it direct to the pot. Me, I don't. I mix. Here is some salt for taste. You know, I love my egusi to be very tasty whenever I'm frying it, guys. So the next thing, of course, I'm going to use my hand. So this soup is for myself. Those are our Mr. and Mrs. Hygienic. Please don't come. The soup, I'm doing eating it anyways. So the next thing, I'll go ahead and use some cold water. I'm not using warm water or hot water to mix egusi. So depending on what you want, everyone have their pattern, like how they prepare their own egusi soup. But this is how I start before hitting the pot, guys. So I have to mix this very well. So the pepper will go around, the salt, and of course the seasoning cube and the onions. You know, some people put their onions direct to the pot when they want to cook, when they want to fry their egusi. But me, this is one of my best pattern of making my fried egusi. So the next thing is to put our pan or our pot, whatever thing you're using to cook your soup, you know, pour my red oil. So I have to turn so the red oil will go round, so my egusi will not burn, because I'm going to be frying that egusi I mixed. So the next thing is for me to scoop it into my hot oil, you know, for it to fry. Anyways, please try as much as you can while frying this egusi. Reduce your heat, like your gas, whatever thing you're using. Make sure that the heat is not too much, so your egusi, while frying it, it will not burn. It will gradually, you know, dry up the oil. It will gradually suck the entire oil well fried. So even if you, as soon as you pour your water, you put every other thing and you're good to go, guys. This is how I prefer. In fact, it's one of my best way of cooking my egusi soup. So the next thing is for me to use my spoon, turner, whatever thing you're using, you know, just to check under if it's burning. You know, one thing I don't like personally when I'm cooking my egusi soup, I don't like the damp part to get burned. In fact, do not allow it to get burned, so to avoid your soup not to taste burnt, right? So as you can see, I'm trying for my egusi not to get dry too much, so you let it just gradually dry. So as soon as you see the oil have incorporated with the egusi, just know that you're good to go. Go ahead and put in the next ingredient. I'm just trying to allow the egusi to dry. You need to allow it to dry, you know, in a low heat. Try as much as you can to reduce your gas, guys. Keep stirring, you know, just keep stirring, because before I started stirring, first of all, after putting my egusi, as you can see, then when I put it initially, I had to allow it to, you know, boil for a while. So I've poured my fish stock, guys, into my egusi soup. So I have to stir, and next thing, I covered it, I allow it to boil for a while. I've opened it right now, so let's go ahead and put our fish, right? So as you can see, the soup is gradually boiling, so let's put our fish here. So I'll gradually put this fish. I have to be gentle with it so it doesn't pieces. I told you guys, this fish was not bought the day I made this video. It was bought a day before I made this video, so I couldn't film a day before. I couldn't film yesterday. So guys, so you know, after I added my fish stock, I added little water I don't want my soup to be watery. In case you like egusi soup to be watery, go ahead and add extra water. But the water you're seeing right now, because this soup have not come to boil very well, guys, because I will have to cover it for it to boil very well. The water you're seeing, it will disappear, right? So just in case you like your egusi soup to be watery, just add extra water, guys. Anyways, my amazing viewers, this video is going, try as much as you can to support me by hitting the subscribe button. Anyways, the next thing is to add our crayfish, guys. So if after hitting the subscribe button, guys, please, I'm begging you, support me by subscribing, turning on your post notification bell. You'll be the very first person to get notified anytime I upload future video. Please share my video, hit the comments. So the next thing is my seasoning cube. Please, what do you think? I want to know your comments. How do you prepare your own egusi soup? How do you prepare your own egusi and bitter leaf soup? The next ingredient here is our pepper. We have to go ahead and start adding the necessary things, for the soup to come boil. Now, this thing is this. One thing I want to tell you guys, after you've properly fried your egusi soup, now you can literally go ahead and add everything minus the vegetable you're using, right? Because the egusi is already cooked. So every other thing can boil and come together, right? Anyways, my amazing viewer, if you haven't subscribed already, you're listening, please subscribe. Tell me, how do you prepare your own egusi and bitter leaf soup? Let me know in the comment section. And where are you watching from, guys? So in my next video, I will give a shout out. Let me know which country you're watching from. Are you a lover of egusi soup? Please let me know in the comment section. Guys, I have to go ahead and turn this soup, turn it very, very well. And this soup you're seeing right now is almost ready. It's almost ready. Very delicious. Not much ingredients. Guys, as you can see, the soup is almost ready. So I said earlier, if you love your soup to be watery, add little water. So guys, when it comes to soup cooking, you just have to be a little bit creative, right? When it comes to this periwinkle I'm about to put right now, it's optional for egusi soup. There are people who don't like it to see periwinkle in their soup. There are people, I'm a Rivers girl, so literally all my soup, or literally all our soup will put periwinkle. Yes, if you're from Rivers State, please let me know in the comment section, true or false. If you know that you're a Rivers person, you will understand that we don't do without periwinkle in any of our dishes, our soup, right? So if you're not a lover of periwinkle, just go ahead and skip it. Don't stress yourself in adding it. Most of the egusi soup I see majority of the people cook, they don't add periwinkle. They only add periwinkle maybe their vegetables native, but there are people who don't even like testing it at all. It does not matter if it's egusi soup or any other soup. So that's what I said earlier. If you really know that you don't like periwinkle, go ahead and skip it and go to the next ingredient. Guys, this soup is ready. So go ahead and add our vegetable. And anytime you're cooking and your vegetable, if you add your periwinkle or your vegetable, just know that your soup is about to go down. Guys, here is the end part of this soup, guys. But before you go, first of all, just know that don't add too much of vegetable if you are making egusi soup. There are people who really do not like, they add a lot of vegetable. Egusi does not really need much, just small vegetable. It's only when you want to make your vegetable you cool down and add vegetable. But this particular egusi soup, guys, I just need little of bitter leaf, and make sure your bitter leaf is well washed. So guys, as you can see, this soup is ready. I just have to allow it to boil for few seconds so the bitter leaf will incorporate with other ingredients. Anyways, guys, here is our soup. What do you think about this egusi soup? If really you don't know how to cook, this is one of the soup I recommend for you. It's very easy. Egusi soup is one of the easiest soup ever. A soup that you don't stress yourself. Anyways, guys, I'll be seeing you all in my next video. Please support me by hitting the like and subscribe button.